Welcome back. The simplest voting system that we'll talk about in this class is called the plurality voting system. Here are the rules for this system. First, each voter gets to vote for one candidate. And then the candidate with the most votes is the winner. Let's look at a couple of examples. In the first example, let's imagine that we have candidates A, B, and C. And let's suppose that they received 22, 5, and 7 votes respectively. In this case, A has the most votes, and so we'll say that A is the winner. Often we'll want to give a complete ranking, so in this case, A was in first place, C was second, and then B. We'll call this the extended ranking. Let's look at another example. We'll still have our same three candidates, A, B, and C, but let's imagine that the votes had turned out differently. Let's say this time A had gotten 16 votes, B had gotten 9, and C had also gotten 9. Now our complete ranking is that A again wins, but this time B and C tie, and so I'll just indicate that on the ranking that I write down. Now, it might seem like there's not much more to say, but I want you to notice something. In both of these votes, there were 34 total votes cast. As we already mentioned, in both examples, candidate A had a plurality of the votes. That means that A had more votes than any of the other candidates. However, notice that in example 2, A had less than half of the votes. A had less than 17 votes, which would have been half. However, in example 1, A had more than half. The way that we'll describe this situation in this class is we'll say that in example 1, A had a majority of the votes, meaning that A had more than half of the votes. However, in example 2, well, none of the candidates had more than half, so we'll say that no candidate had a majority.